What's up, L3U Warriors? Welcome to this episode of Elite in Action. Joining me today is Josiah Erickson. Josiah, thank you for sharing your time today. With these conversations, I'm trying to highlight some elite choices that young people are making and how that affects their happiness and success in life. And hopefully your story will inspire others to make choices that will affect their happiness and success in a positive way too. Today, I'd like to focus on a couple of things. One, how you treat others. And second, your outstanding work ethic. There's a lot of young people nowadays that spend too much time and energy, I guess not necessarily nowadays, but for a long time, trying to fit in and be liked. And this is going to sound kind of weird, but I don't see you trying that hard. You know, it seems to come naturally. However, I'm pretty sure if I asked, 100 students in the school about you, they would probably, almost all of them have positive things to say and probably not much negative at all. I know you're selective about who your close friends are and who you choose to spend most of your time with. But when it comes to treating people with kindness and respect, you draw no lines. Why is that?
I think it all dates back to I was a missionary in the Philippines and I was born there. I think I had a friend named Rachel in the first grade, and she was in the orphanage that my mom and dad ran. And at a young age, her mom stuck a stick that we put hot dogs on in her eye, and it blinded her right eye.
It's awful.
And she was made fun of a lot, because that was a lot of the only comeback they could really have in her was that she was blind, because she was kind to everyone really. And so she was always kind, even to me, to anyone who made fun of her. She was always just kept a smile on her face and just moved on and just kept her composure. That kind of started me off when I was younger. Even my mom tells me that's how I started my kindness and how I started being nice to people.
So somebody else was an example to you, and you looked up to that and kind of tried to emulate that in your life. That's awesome. How do you feel like that perspective, that attitude, and how you treat others has benefited you?
I definitely made a lot more friends because of it. I'm everywhere but the basketball court. I'm usually can keep my composure pretty well. That's just me being honest. But I think it helps me be more friendly people, and I think I have quite a bit of friends here. Just maybe not close friends, but just friends to talk to and stuff. And it just opens you up to opportunities, because no one wants to be around a person who's really mean. They want to be around someone who's going to lift them up. And I think for the most part, I tend to do that, or help do that.
I agree. From my observations, I would agree. Is this something that you have to work at on a regular basis? I mean, most people have someone or a group of someones that they're like, I don't like those people. I don't, and I'm going to steer clear of them, or I'm not going to be as cordial with them as I am with everybody else. Or is it pretty natural for you to just kind of treat everyone with kindness?
Well, I think I think I do treat everyone with kindness, but definitely my mind does not think right away. If it's someone who likes to be mean to me, I don't think right away, let's be nice to them, right? But my mom kind of she really is like, she always tells me you never know what someone's going through. So whenever I complain, if I ever complain about someone, she always tells me, what if they're getting beat up at home, or what if their home life is not that great. So that's kind of what I keep my mind on when I'm talking to people, and knowing that they might be just taking their anger from someone else and putting it on me, and maybe I just need to be a shoulder instead of knocking them down.
So empathetic and seeing things from somebody else's point of view and what may or may not be behind the scenes. That helps you kind of change your perspective a little bit. That's awesome. And it's always nice to have mom or somebody like that remind you of those things whenever you might be thinking other thoughts. But another outstanding habit that I've noticed in you, especially this year, is your discipline and work ethic, specifically shooting at 6 a.m. Before school, 4 days a week. Why are you working while most kids are at home still sleeping?
It's just something I've always liked to do, because I like playing basketball. I love playing basketball. It's just fun to me, and also I have goals I want to reach in my high school career. I want to get as far as I can, and probably this season was really what got me. There was one practice where Coach Steinhoff came to our JV practice, and he basically told us that this year's one of the many first years in his coaching career, head coach career, that a freshman or sophomore hasn't made the varsity team. and that kind of fueled me. I mean, I'm not like mad at him, just like, let's go get it, So that kind of keeps me going, and I hope I just keep working at it. And my free throws too. They have not been great lately, so I'm just trying to work on my routine and figure out how I can focus more on that.
So just the constant will to improve and drive to improve. That's awesome. For someone like me that's not a morning person, how do you build that discipline to get up and get here every morning?
Well, I think there's a couple of things. So I set like 5 alarms in the morning, about I don't know exactly how many. Yeah. And also my mom will come in because she'll go for a 6-mile run, in the morning. Yeah. So she'll come in at like 5 o'clock, and she'll come wake me up and tell me that you gotta get up if you want to go shooting. Probably the main one is, or one of the main ones is my grandpa. He's getting older in age, and still he decides to, get up early in the morning and take me to school every morning, and sometimes even stop for a drink, even though he doesn't want any drinks in his car, no stains. So, he just tries to keep me happy, and if he's gonna take me, I might as well take the opportunity. Yeah.
Sometimes the sacrifices of others are a great motivator. You're talking about your grandpa. Him sacrificing his own time to get you up here. Sometimes that can be a great motivator in your own life. That's cool, very cool. Well, the work you've done has definitely paid off, and obviously your coaches have taken notice because I heard that you've been asked to play some varsity now. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Being a sophomore, being asked to play with the varsity guys. And we have a pretty good team this year too, so that makes it even better. Josiah, thank you again for your time and for making Elite Choices. And thank you all for checking out this episode of Elite in Action. See you next time.